And before we start, John, I just want to acknowledge it's been a tough time for you.
Oh,
And I've seen you much aroha. How are you feeling anyway?
Well, I've got mokopunas, and so and they're very young, and so you have to do best by them regardless of what's going on in your life. You see, you just have to roll out of bed, get up and keep going, regardless of what's coming, you know what I mean? Yeah, so mokopuna focused is the word.
That's nice. You know, wandering around this building and all that, I'm reminded of back in the day when you came in here and you were working with the two Junes, who no doubt would have cracked a bit of a whip back in that time when you were dealing with the iwi. What were they like to work with?
Oh, look, all of our leaders that begat Whānau Waipareira were the foundation rocks of Hone Waititi. So we're the hapori of the marae, and that evolved over time. And so they were all born back home in the haukaingas, but they knew that we were facing new challenges, and they helped guide us through reaching for a new kawa and tikanga and honouring a multi-tribal network as opposed to one iwi, one whakapapa only. And so we learned to honour and respect one another's tikanga. For instance, the tangis, you know, Ngāpuis have a different approach to Ngāti Pro. And then we had our old histories of enmity. And so you have to heal those things, never forget them, and never consign them to nothing, because they're very relevant in what shapes us, but we can't be anchored in dislike and disharmony. So they guided us through all that, and God bless them, all of them have passed away now.
Yeah. So when you look back into the 90s when you were leading Waipareira, what do you think was the biggest achievement back then?
Oh, we stood up for a large cohort of Māori who, through no fault of their own, had become dispossessed of their culture as well as of their whenua and their connectivity to it. They're still the largest cohort. They're still deserving of representation and support, and that's what we do here.
When you came out of Parliament and you came back into Waipareira, you started digging in again. Now, what would you count as your biggest achievements in this most recent time when you've been in at the helm?
Well, in 2014, you know this bloke called Willie, we won the Whānau Ora Commissioning Agency deal. And then built that over the last 10 years to be, you know, just a standout delivery mechanism for all our communities from Te Hapua all the way down to Pōneke. So, and over to Tairawhiti and Te Tairuri. So I'm very proud of a Māori network of partners deeply entrenched in their communities and deeply mandated and responsible to them, rising above being suppressed and showing the world how good they are. And particularly during the pandemic, they demonstrated that.
So you've worn a lot of hats.
Yep.
Okay, so CE of the Commissioning Agency, of NUMA, of Waipareira, and of course President of Te Pāti Māori. So getting up in the morning, how challenging is it to go, which hat should I put on today? No,
my education is strongly embedded in the law, and it's just another caseload. So you can take on a number of cases. So how many hats do you want to wear in terms of how many cases do you want to take on is another way I'd put it. And so the one thing that guides me in all this is they are deeply responsible and embedded to Māori. So it doesn't matter whether I was chair of Māori Rugby League when we got a team into the World Cup in 2000, or whether I'm leading our homeland and corporation at Mataura, or whether I'm making a contribution. The beauty about my world and my life and that of my wife's is we've committed ourselves to our Māoritanga and to our Māori communities. Could have gone downtown and made zillions.
I don't think there's any doubt about your commitment, actually. So the big challenges that have been thrown out there is the overlap of interests and personnel between the various entities and Te Pāti Māori. So how...
Hang on, why is that a problem? Why is it a problem for me as a Māori? See, Pete Sharples put it this way when we were both on the Labour Party Policy Council, and then he migrated to Te Pāti Māori.
You were on the Labour Party too there at one stage.
No, I definitely was.
Yeah.
No, he was with me. And then I said to him, "Hey, why did you? What made you make the jump?" And he looked at me like I was a dungi, and he just said, "Hey, Māori ahau, e tū Te Pāti Māori." It's as simple as that, John. So when you don't require logic or a rationale, why is it wrong to be overtly a Māori political activist?
Oh, I don't think that is the issue.
Well, what is the issue?
So the issue is that Waipareira Trust is a registered charity.
Yes.
And according to my understanding of the requirements around that, it cannot donate or support a political candidate or a political party. And that's the allegation that's been
No,
thrown
it's not
at
an
you.
allegation, it's a fact. And the reason why it's a fact is because we do everything above board and honestly here. It was recorded in our annual report.
So all the good work that the Commissioning Agency and Waipareira Trust do is put at risk, has been put at risk because of these overlap of these interests, which are not permitted by the charity services.
But if that's
so
true...
So why do that?
No, if that's true...
Why do that?
No, if that's true, you would be deregistered.
Well, isn't that under investigation?
Yeah, but I've been under investigation for 35 years.
No, but is Waipareira under investigation for...
Waipareira's been under investigation, audit and review every year I've been here.
Then why would you put it at risk? Like, okay, you're making a political statement.
No, I'm not putting anything at risk. I'm being a Māori and exercising my democratic rights.
So you can still be a Māori and exercise your democratic rights if you didn't have the trust registered in the way that it is. You could just deregister and then let's all vote for the Māori Party.
Yeah, but so what? I mean, so what? I mean, what the end issue is, I am allowed in this democracy to be politically active in freedom of association with Te Pāti Māori without fear or favour. You're saying I should be beat up for doing it.
No, did I say that? Did I mention the word beat up? I didn't say
I
that.
did. I did because that's where you're heading.
Yeah, no.
Let's
just wind it back a bit. Okay, so Waipareira Trust is a charity, right?
Yes.
Has to abide by certain rules.
Correct.
In order for it to maintain its tax-free status, right?
Yep.
Now, it hasn't.
No,
it hasn't.
No, your allegation is that it hasn't.
Well, it's not mine. I'm just reflecting what a lot of different parties have said.
The question today is, after 5 years of investigation, are we deregistered?
Did Waipareira donate to your campaign, your mayoralty campaign, and in the 2020
I've just said to you, it's in our annual report.
Yeah, but you're not meant to be doing it.
No, that's what you say. Okay, so
but that's what the
well, then hang on.
service...
We're going around in circles here because you're alleging that these things lead to deregistration. That's what you're saying, right?
I'm saying that someone with your political nous, your experience as a former cabinet minister, your legal experience, your experience as a media activist, a broadcast, everything,
and what?
That how come you did not think, geez, if we did this, we might be putting our organisations at risk?
No, we're not stupid. And so...
I know you're not stupid.
But as long as we're honest is the main thing, right? And as long as we don't launder money like Pākehā agencies and Pākehā people do. We have to be just overt with our community. They're very supportive of what we do in this community, and I'm happy with their support. If others want to insinuate, make allegations, audit, review, inquire, good on them.
But this, so...
Where is the evidence? Show me what the evidence is.
After the break, shock news. Kia ora anō. For 10 years, the Whānau Ora Commissioning Agency, Te Matakana, has identified and worked with Māori providers like Waipareira to deliver holistic wraparound support services to whānau in a Māori way. And for many, it's been life-changing, transformational. When I spoke with John on Friday, he'd only just got the grim news that the commissioning agency contract had been terminated, and he was processing what that might mean for hundreds of people. What has just happened with the Whānau Ora Commissioning Agency?
The Whānau Ora Commissioning Agency contract was cancelled by verbal advice from Dave Samuels, who is acting on the instructions of Tama Pūtaka today.
Why?
They weren't able to say that. They said they're not able to tell us why, although they accepted that we're a high-performing agency. So that's something you have to ask Mr. Pūtaka.
Well, did that come out of the blue?
Well, the thing is this, if there is a good cause and case for destroying one of the best Māori designed and operated agencies in the country relevant to efficacy, efficiency and outcome, you'd have to ask him that. I know for a fact that we get glowing reports, both from audits, reviews and our own operating model. So that's something you have to ask. We've got 116 partners. They can't all be bad, and they're not.
What's the implications of that?
Overnight, 600 FTEs will have to be given notice, and 10,000 whānau being managed under that umbrella at the moment will have to be directed somewhere.
How much responsibility can you take for that?
Not one.
No responsibility.
Well, do you tell me why I should?
No, because you're kind of across everything and you've got this experience. You're a very clever
What?
person.
Tell me.
I mean, this is like,
what's
this
wrong?
is huge.
Yeah, but you're talking to somebody that's been sitting in the middle of this and managing it up for 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
What are you trying to...
So I'm saying this is a big deal. This is a big deal, isn't it?
The key is we just have to rise above the fact that I'm not going to be persecuted for my politics.
No,
right?
no, but I'm saying with your various lenses on, could you not see any of the risks involved that might lead to this? Or is this just something that just popped out of the blue? From
the day this government was elected, whether it's an attack on the reo, attack on matatini funding, withdrawal of Māori TV money, attack on our OT agencies through 7AA, I can go on and on and on.
Oh, we do go on and on about those in our show.
But you might. This is just another one. This is another strike, isn't it? Think about it.
That's a huge strike.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it. Ask Mr. Pūtaka why he's doing it.
But with your various hats on and your experience, I don't understand how you could not see the risks involved of having these various entities so tightly close to a political party. Because as you're saying, the mahi has been great.
No, we don't.
There's no reason why to kill it.
Well, see, once again, you keep coming back to the fact that you're in a democracy, you don't have freedom of association, and you shouldn't be involved in a political party called Te Pāti Māori. Now, the day you surrender to your analysis that this place is at risk, the money, because it's not about the money. I'm in this game for our mana, right? And sooner or later, Mr. Luxon, Mr. Peters, and Mr. Seymour will get the message that this is our whenua, that we're the tangata whenua. And unless we do wrong, we're allowed to trade the way we trade. Can't you see that? because if we surrender to this...
Look at all the money that's gone now.
No, it's not about the money. It's
oh my
about
God,
the
it is about the money. No, the money and the money. You've got all these people who are working for you, working for these organisations.
Yeah, but
they're gone now.
Yeah, no, but you're blaming me for a decision Mr. Pūtaka and Mr. Luxon have made.
So you don't take any responsibility.
What is it? Show me what my responsibility is. Bow my head, get out of the Pāti Māori, don't be political, and become a slave.
Why didn't you just take one of your portai off and say, okay,
what one?
I'll leave it? Well, I don't know, you've got a very clever chief operating officer here, and you could have taken the Waipareira hat off. You could have, got rid of the president of Te Pāti Māori. There's lots of capable people out there. Why
should I give up being a Māori and leadership role?
I mean, genuinely, I feel like this is a really big deal. losing this funding. It's huge.
To not think it's a big deal when 600 kaimahis jobs are at stake and 10,000 whānau under management at stake is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
And
I
didn't pull the contract. 10 years I've been a high performer, no problems, 2 Auditor General reports clean, 1 Productivity Commission report outstanding, 5 PwC audits on a randomised trial just trying to pick us up on bad quality. See, for the 10 years we've been audited. Winston Peters pulls a ministerial inquiry on us in 2018, passed with glowing colours. So what more do what more do we have to do to prove ourselves as being an outstanding agency up and down the country, working in very difficult circumstances and achieving good things?
So, picking up on that, is it personal, do you think?
Well, look, this is something that you have to ask Mr. Potaka.
No, what do you think?
Well, I can only look at high-performing Māori and on a cost and efficiency basis, we outperform any other group in the country, right? On efficacy, which is the outcomes for the dollars spent, we beat everybody as well. For instance, in the pandemic, we were 34% more efficient because up and down the country, our cost of capital is different, right? I won't get into the detail of that. I'm just making that case because it's a fact. So it's not because we're poor performing. It's not because we can't drill into high deprivation communities and get relationships with them, and we're trying to turn the traffic off to tertiary services, jail or hospital.
Yeah.
So we proved all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's personal or political?
Well, it's both.
So maybe you're part of the problem though, John.
Yeah, but that's what they said to a lot of other Māori leaders in that when they had a go at them, including your ex-in-laws. So the fact of the matter is you have to have people that stand their ground to say, no, we're breaking new turf here. We're no longer going to live by your tikanga because you make it and break it when it serves your community's interests, but over here you apply a different rule structure. Now, in terms of conflicts of interest, I report to different boards.
Do the boards ever go, John, that's a dumb idea, us supporting you here, giving a donation here or making a loan to you here? Do they ever kick back at you?
They have some very tetchy conversations, yeah. But often I'm excluded from those.
So what's going to happen to Waipareira with that big lot of money that's going to be missing now from? Do you think that Waipareira will pick up contracts with the new? No,
Waipareira's contract income is under attack by this government everywhere, solely because I'm the president of Te Pāti Māori, right?
Why don't you just step down from that?
Why in my own country?
Why wouldn't you just step down from that?
Why in my own country should I walk away from being a political activist in a free democracy where I still have freedom of association?
You can still be a political activist. You just don't need to be the president of a political party. But I'm just saying, you could have stepped down and that would have been all right.
No, you don't. No, because here's the thing. I couldn't walk away. So somewhere in the...
Is there not someone else who could manage the presidency of Te Pāti Māori?
Yeah, but you see, here's the other side of that. You then start to launder things. See, one thing that people don't like about me is I speak the truth even though it hurts them. But I won't bullshit and won't lie. The fact of the matter is somewhere along the line, I'd use all my energy to advance Te Pāti Māori, whether it's president, whether it's Tāmaki Makaurau, wherever. And I shouldn't be persecuted for it or called out for it. And why should I be? Because
there's such a spotlight now politically on anything where there's targeted Māori funding, right? Anything strongly Māori. How will Waipareira, or does Waipareira need to change any of its processes to protect itself?
Our leadership takes the best advice possible out of the best advisors in this country. That's why we don't lose litigation much at all. In fact, we haven't lost one in 15 years. So we take very good financial advice, we take very good legal advice.
Okay, so you're confident that everything's ticking along here?
No, as you know, as a trained lawyer, you can be confident up to a degree because anything can come undone in litigation.
Well, you're involved in a lot and you've explained what your end game is. I guess, what would you like your sign-off to be? What would you like your legacy to be?
I haven't thought about that.
Haven't you?
No. I just want my mokopunas to be safe, in a safe environment where they can practice their being Māori without fear or without favour or without retribution for doing so.
How do you skill them up?
Well, they're out the gate. You should see my kids, they were too. So my mokopunas, these people in this country haven't seen what's coming.
Oh. Is that a warning?
No, have a look at Matatini, for goodness sakes. Our people are on the rise and on the rage. It's a great thing to see. And you can only be suppressed for so long and under regimes like this. This is a moment in time. I've outlived 11 prime ministers. Yeah, I outlived this ball
You
here
you
too.
might have another tip of the hat there, tilt of the hat, have another shot?
Oh, no. My name's not Winston and it's not Shane. I don't need the job.
How's Te Pāti Māori going? Picking up in the stakes?
We are a relentless growing force that has to be dealt with in this nation fairly in regard to the promise of the contract that our ancestors entered into called Te Rito Waitangi. So,
Are you saying the we, are you saying Māori or Te Pāti Māori?
well, it's Māori, isn't it?
Oh no, just clarifying.
Who signed the treaty?
Just clarifying.
Māori Crown.
Yeah. Okay.
And not all Māori support Te Pāti Māori. Still a lot of assimilated and colonised ones. But the point is that we just got to
That's
keep
going
going.
to work, reaching out to them, using that sort of language, isn't
But
there?
so what?
What? Jeepers. Is there going to be a little bit of
No, I'll tell you what.
putahitanga,
No, I'll tell you what.
putahitanga on the
There's
opposition?
room for you. There's room for you.
On that note, kia ora.